Discretion is advised.
An argument over a parking spot quickly got out of control. Police say a man shot another man at an apartment complex. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach with the reason that parking space had people so mad. Janice?
Well, there's no doubt most people get upset when someone parks in a spot reserved for them, like that car right there parked in the new spot, but they usually don't get shot. But police say someone did this time.
Like, oh my God, it's a Champ that got shot. So we were just so upset. We just couldn't believe it.
The crime scene tape at the Hamlets was shocking enough for residents like Patricia McNeary, who found out why it was there. Her neighbor, Randall Wade Jr., called Champ, had been shot, police say, over a parking spot at the complex.
We definitely have assigned parking spots, definitely. I have people try to get in my parking spot all the time. I can't stand that.
Apparently, Quentin Covington really couldn't stand it when Champ parked in his spot. Police say Covington, whose family lives in the complex, shot Champ.
And he was a sweet person. I can't believe he got shot.
It happened around 4:30 Saturday afternoon. Police say Champ was walking to his apartment when Covington came from behind the building and shot him in the stomach.
I think it was stupid.
Residents like Kenya Abston just want it all to stop.
It's best for us to just talk it out instead of just shooting. You know, that's one thing we need to learn in our community, to stop shooting and talk.
Okay.
And stop fighting.
Good advice. Now, Quentin Covington is charged with attempted second-degree murder. Neighbors tell me that Champ is expected to recover. Live, Janice Broach, WMC Action News.
Right now, this man accused of kidnapping and trying to rape an 86-year-old woman is on the run.
Police say that he cut off his electronic monitor. An Eyewitness News reporter, Mark Becker, found out he was supposed to be in court today for that case. Mark?
Yeah, Allison, he was supposed to be there at 9:30, but police tell us the last they tracked Kenneth Sumter, he was somewhere up near this access road to I-85 off North Graham Street in North Charlotte, and that was early this morning. Kenneth Sumter was just hours from a date in court this morning when police say he cut his electronic monitor off and disappeared. In September of 2014, police say Sumter had talked his way into an 86-year-old woman's home in Charlotte's Sedgefield neighborhood and tried to rape her. He was charged with attempted rape and kidnapping and was probably facing years in prison when he apparently decided this morning to cut and run.
This is my home.
We went to the home in Wilmore, where he claimed to be living with his aunt. But she told us today she hasn't seen him for months. Did you know he was missing?
No, sir, I don't.
Sumter's done one stint in prison and been in jail half a dozen times here in the last 3 years. But these charges are easily the most serious, and some wonder how he was out of jail at all, monitor or not.
This is a pretty serious charge, so, you know, it's no big surprise.
Marcus Philemon started Mecklenburg County's Court Watch, and he says the penalty for cutting a monitor off simply isn't tough enough to keep someone in Sumter's position from running.
He's cut the electronic monitor because that's a very minor consequence considering what he's looking at.
Consequences just got a little bit steeper for Kenneth Sumter. A judge signed this order for arrest this morning when he didn't show up in court, and part of it says his bond will now be $300,000. Reporting live in North Charlotte, Mark Becker.
A family
Channel 9
renting out
Eyewitness
part
News.
of their South Florida home terrorized by a tenant. The rent was past due.
The tenant accused of doing something drastic when she realized what was coming next.
30-year-old Sharday Shorter now facing a judge.
Ma'am, you're charged with home evasion with a weapon, false imprisonment of an adult, 2 counts, and grand theft auto.
She is being held without bond after police say she tied up her landlords at gunpoint.
Si te mueves, te mato.
She said, if you move, I'll kill you. Negron reliving the nightmare.
Aquí, go.
Police called to the house along Northwest 17th Court and 54th Avenue at 1:30 p.m. Negron says he was trying to evict Shorter when she showed up with a gun.
She came to the back door knocking, they didn't open the door. She came around to the front door. Unfortunately, the front door was open, so she came in the house, and that's when she basically saw them two, told them not to move, had them at gunpoint.
They say she ransacked the home and took off with his daughter's blue Pontiac. Police arrested Shorter nearby and got the car back. His family now breathing a sigh of relief that no one was seriously hurt.
So you're saying, thank God this wasn't worse?
It could have been worse. At any time, it could have been worse. If she would have came back, it would have been over.
Well, police say Shorter was armed with a BB gun.
Driver murdered and a community in mourning tonight. Good evening. I'm Sharon Taswell.
And I'm Sean Maroney. Thanks for joining us. We first brought this to you as breaking news at 5. This happened at the La Quinta Inn on West Park Drive. CBS North Carolina's Michael Hyland is there tonight. And Michael, friends are telling you that the victim was actually supposed to be out of town visiting family.
That's right. He was due to leave in just a couple weeks, and that got delayed because of a passport issue. So he wasn't even supposed to be in town today when this happened here. Durham police spent several hours at this La Quinta Inn throughout the day investigating. And we saw tonight the man who was killed leaves behind a wife and kids, and as well as many friends, now mourning his death. Disbelief at what happened outside this hotel in Durham Thursday.
It's hard to grasp. Something like this happened a little bit after 1 p.m. You know, this stuff happens at night.
Police say a taxi driver was shot multiple times during an attempted robbery outside the La Quinta Inn on West Park Drive near Route 55. His friends and co-workers identified him as Amir Suleiman. Babakar Suleiman says he was like an uncle to him.
Amir is a father of 2. He's a great man, very kind, very wise, always helps people around.
People came together Thursday at this mosque on Fayetteville Street to support one another.
When something like this happens, you see the Sudani community, people come, get together, get along together, work hard to, I guess, comfort everybody.
Suleiman worked for Durham's Best Cab Company. His friends say he was originally from Sudan and was going to visit family soon.
Amir was not even supposed to be here. He was supposed to be in Sudan by now, but he found out that his passport expired, so he had to stay and renew his passport, and he was waiting on that.
Back at the hotel, Sammy Winston was waiting for his family to arrive to stay the night.
Just another black eye for Durham. It's so sad that we are so well known for this type of crime.
You don't want the people you love to go. And Amir left to stay. I just don't want anybody else to go through what Amir went through.
Durham police have not announced any arrests in this case, nor have they identified any suspects. Live in Durham, Michael Hyland, CBS North Carolina.